All right, we're going to look at some valleys. Valleys are a very critical part of a roof system. Valleys are where the water is diverted to get off the roof. Let's look at some pictures here about some valleys. We love going to the NRCA to look at details because they are the experts in the field, and we want to do the right thing. So this is the first picture of a valley, which got some underlayment back behind it. Let's see what they call it, valley underlayment. Ice and water shield, 90 pounds, something like that would be great to go back behind there. And you can see the shingles are, the one side is lapped underneath, the other side comes over the top of it and it's cut. Well, it's not just cut off, but you can see a little closer here. Well, not on that one, you can't. When it's cut, you have to cut the edge off of it. So we're going to see that in a minute. This picture here shows a lot of different valleys coming in together. So when you have a lot of valleys coming together, it normally turns into a flat roof or a dead valley, a dead pan, something like that. In this case, as I say on here, I'm just speechless. Roof cement, caulking, a lot of things going on, and it's only a 3-tab shingle. So that becomes a big problem because you have tabs of shingles, or an architectural shingle is going to be a slab of shingles. So a slab 3 foot wide versus a tab 1 foot wide. And then all the roof cement is just it's a debacle. Maybe an emergency, but this needs to be fixed as soon as possible. It's not the best way to seal a roof for any period of time. And when you see stuff like this up on a roof, it means that they've done it over and over and over because you have different types of products on top of each other. So that's going to be a problem. You have to remember that shingles are not waterproof. A shingle is just what it is. It's just that piece of material, asphalt with granules. It needs to be water shedding. Water has to shed off of that to get off the roof. Anytime you stop the water flow or you keep it flat, it's a problem because water is going to back up and it's going to find out where those nails are at holding it down, and it's going to leak. So valleys on this here, it's just called an open valley where the shingles come to each other and then there's a piece of modified in the middle. Unfortunately, this is a really old roof because you can see it's just deteriorated on the inside, and that modified has gone. This is a shingle roof where it's got the shingles underneath it, just like the picture we showed, but this is an actual application of a shingle roof. As you can see, the shingle lets the water come down the edge of it where it's cut, but you can see this one little spot here that needs to be cut. So when the shingle sticks out, that edge needs to be cut off so that it diverts the water back into the valley and doesn't let it run back underneath the other shingles. That's where you get your leaks and it causes problems. This just shows that little triangle cut off of every shingle as it goes up the valley. This is a manufacturer's detail, and it just shows you the valley lining in the back and then how the shingles all come together and cutting off that little triangle piece. So if that triangle piece isn't cut off, this is what you have. A little bit of remnants of granules, just debris that comes down the valley, gets caught right on that tip. And then pretty soon it'll stop water from going under the shingle and it'll hit that little bit of debris and to be diverted back underneath the shingles. A big problem. And just that little piece of triangle is going to cause a big problem with the roof. Areas like this, more of a dead valley, so you have the water coming down, shedding into a flat surface, and then it just goes out to where it's like a dead end and nowhere to go. There are different types of valleys. This is a valley that's got W metal in it. I love W metal because it keeps the water from going from one side to the other. When it comes down, it hits that metal in the middle where it's a W, hits that metal and it diverts it down to the edge of the roof. A great design, but it does cost more money, and if it costs more money, people are less likely to do it. Along with valleys that are in the middle of the roof like that, we have expansion joints. And this is people try to put an expansion joint like a valley, but this is how an expansion joint should look. And this is what we find on the roof. It kind of looks like a valley or a trough, but if you find something like this on the roof, it's bad. Bad news. Again, get good pictures all the way around of what this thing looks like, and then some close-up pictures of some things that, we can take pictures of. Something like this, I would take, you could take 100 pictures and not get all the problems with it. And this one here is another picture of a roof that's got an expansion joint in the middle of it. So you have roof to walls, and sometimes people act like it's a valley where water's supposed to come to it, but it's not. It's not the way it's supposed to work. So valleys are very critical. The way that they're lined together, you can't put nails too close to the inside of the valley because they will catch water, and that's going to be a problem. So that's all we got on valleys right now. Enjoy the rest of the videos.